Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are again. And this is another beautiful day that God has given us, and it gives me an opportunity to talk to you about the question: how do you feel now? How did it go? All of the hypocrites who trying to pretend like they love God got a chance to go back into that building where God is, they say, and fellowship themselves together. They had so many people talking about we got to open up the churches, our faith, our faith. He even had the president of the United States, one of the greatest representatives of evil's voice in the world. And I wondered, did he go to church? Well, it really doesn't matter. The rest of them went. But here's the key, ladies and gentlemen. You went back to church. You held yourselves together. Your faith, your fellowship. Now I want to ask you this. What did it do for you? I mean, did it expose, did it your ignorance to the fact that if you went back into society, if you just turn around and look at what is taking place in society, you can see the many injustices that the people have to endure within this country and the world, but right now focusing on this country. And by those of you who are of faith, those of you who love God, who recognize that this pain and suffering is an unjust act and that God should be and is totally against it, were you inspired to come back out of that church and do something about it? Now, this is the question. I don't know. I'm not going to say because I don't know. But I'm asking you, did you get that inspiration? After going back, getting your faith, hooking back up to God and paying your tithes and offerings, then were you inspired to come out and recognize that everybody that's going through the suffering, the people who got these low wage jobs, who can't afford health care, who can't afford education, who can't afford a decent standard of living, did you recognize by associating yourselves back in church with your God that is the acts of the devil, and only the devil would design something like this for its people, and only the people who obey the devil will allow it to exist? Did anything in that church experience that you went back to bring that to you understanding? Or what did you go to church for? Well, I know a few things you did. You went to church. You thanked God that you didn't have the virus. You thank God that you woke up that morning. And for those of you who were in your health, you thank God that you were in your health. And you just want to give him the praise because you are made healthy. You might have said something about the people out there that's suffering, but many of you put that on the devil and said the devil is that those people are of the devil. That's why they got to go through these kind of changes. You wouldn't believe the kind of excuses that folks come up with for justification for their own ignorance and biases. But anyway, it's all real, ladies and gentlemen. Now, having gone through your reconnection with your spirit and your faith, on Monday in Minneapolis, day after you came back out of your church, police officers, white police officers, got back on the business of what they usually do. They literally killed another black man after having handcuffed him, had him on the ground with a knee on his neck, killing him. With three other police officers, one killing him, three other police officers sitting around allowing it to happen. Allowed it to happen. But that's not the worst part. The part that's worse than that is that the citizens, the few citizens, I don't know how many there were, but they talked, stop it, stop it. That's not the way to stop something, ladies and gentlemen. You go and stop it. Now, and justified. Why? Because I don't care if these guys were legal. I don't care if they got guns. They are murderers. They are murderers. They are illegal in the eyes of God. It can be legal with the state, but they're illegal in the eyes of God. And love says that they were wrong, and love does something about it. Now, you let them get away that time. But I'm telling you right now, love will not allow this system to continue. And I'm not talking about violence. Love just would resist every bit of this and make the world change. Love will resist this and make the world change. Love will resist this and make the world change. The only reason this world is like this is because you got those perpetrators and the rest of us who go along with it. And who are they that go along with it? Every last one of us who are not out there raising hell, trying to wake the rest of us up. But it's more than just talk, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get some action. But just not that negative action, some positive action. See, they want to, look, here's the key. This is all about God And people who know God can tell you this. See, God designed it so everybody can live as if they were in heaven. We don't live as if we're in heaven because the devil is running the show. God is allowing it to happen. Why? Because we got choice. We can stop the devil anytime we get ready. But for some strange reason, we've been deceived. We're blind. We don't know the truth. We are as ignorant as a sack of dog dookie. And when it comes down to God, when it comes down to the truth of God, we are as ignorant as a sack of dog dookie. And I have to bite my tongue because I'm living in a world with people who, ooh, you should be ashamed of yourself. How you're polluting the name of God. This Christianity stuff, this Islam stuff, all the religion on the face of it, as far as I'm concerned. Let me tell you this one, and you get mad when I say it. Every system of government on the earth is designed to keep you from experiencing the heaven that God has designed for you. Every system of government on the face of the earth. And religion is its partner. Religion is its partner. You say, how can you say that? Well, is it freeing you? If it's not freeing you, then you are its partner. Well, one thing I can say to you, ladies and gentlemen, if you agree that God that is in you is bigger than the God that's in a building, if you agree that the God that is in you is a God of love, bigger than hate, then you will not be supporting Trump in this presidential election. Neither will you be supporting Biden. Yes, Biden is different than Trump, just a little bit, but Biden ain't right, the righteous man. Ain't no man righteous like that. So only one is righteous, and that's God. And it is our responsibility to make sure that everybody else that has something to do with us be righteous. Even if they're not righteous, they got to act righteous. Because the rest of us are not going to go along with unrighteousness. Now I know that sounds like a tub of soap. We ought to use it. A tub of soap. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good one.